Well, we're out. We're on our way out. Uneventful so far. That's a good sign.
Hey, we're going to go
Things can go very
beach all the way up to 205.
Yeah, things can go very wrong on boats very quickly.
Yeah, we know.
So we got Joseph steering.
I've been sailing since I was in college. That's 100 years ago.
Joseph is sailing. And we're moving along good.
Yeah, this is really great going up river.
Yeah. Good sail. So we're racing up the river. Going by that red buoy over there.
Yeah.
There you go. Fall up a little bit, you'll heel over. If you feel out of balance, bring your leg and put it up here. Yeah, prop yourself that way. Yeah, we will, but we can go a little closer. Yeah, we would have to. Now, we don't want to get behind the wing dams down here, so you look downriver to be sure you're not getting stuck behind something. So we can tack anytime. You say ready about.
Ready about.
And then when we say ready, you start turning. Ready.
Ready.
And you say helms alee.
Helms alee.
Or helms hard over. Or something of that nature.
I'm okay. Just got a judge.
Good. Good, Joseph. Pull off a little bit more. You're doing good. See, we're coming back really quick.
Now, is that just because of the current?
Mostly.
Yes. And yeah, mostly because we were going fast the other way. Actually,
So let's say we were fighting a 2.5 mile current. That's probably about what it might be. It's probably between 2 and 3. So let's say we were trying to go 5 miles an hour and we were traveling a 2.5 mile current. We were only going 2.5 miles an hour. Now we're going 5 miles an hour with a 2.5 current pushing us. Now we're going 7.5. So we went from 2.5 to 7.5.
except for going north.
Yeah. So you're going like 3 times faster, and you get back 3 times quicker too. Okay, pull it up, straight up, fast. Okay, you gonna turn it into the wind for me? That's good enough. Thank you. See, that shows the experienced sailor. What he did is to take the pressure off the head sail for me so I didn't have to crank it with the crank. He headed the boat into the wind, which took all the pressure off of it, allowed me to pull it in a little tighter until I got it tight enough and cleated that he fell off.
What's making it? No, it's
Could be the prop spinning. I don't know. A humming noise. Could be wind in the lines, I suppose.
Is it my sideline? Hold that line.
This one? Something's vibrating. we heard that last time when we were out here. We did. I think it's a keel vibrating, getting ready to fall off. You know what happens if the keel falls off? It's just bolted on, you know, with bolts. The keel is a heavy piece of concrete or lead at the bottom of the boat. If the keel falls off, which they have, they do, you just, yeah, well, you go into the water. You go into the water. Vibrating in the wind. Well, it's got to be tight. The pressure should be on the sail, shouldn't it? Sail should be what's tight, but it is. It is tight.
Pretty much impossible to flip a boat if it still has this keel.
Yeah, pretty much. A big boat. I've never tipped over in a boat. Yeah. Knock on wood. Yeah. Yeah, I can feel it vibrating. Small boats you can, but if these boats tip over far enough,
They don't have it. The wind swells.
the rudder is no longer steering the boat, and it just turns like a wind vane into the wind. It comes upright. Yeah, it's vibrating. Yeah, we're nicely trimmed. I mean, I'm glad we had a reef in the main, and the head sail fine too. We're not being overpowered. Right after I said it, hardly got out of my mouth. We're not being overpowered. I'll come up here in case that happens again. I could spill the
What do you
main.
need?
I'll spill the main if that happens again. I'll let the main out.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We're going to come about in a minute. See, this should be...
Really, it would have been good if I was here, because if that had kept up at gust, I could have let this out and over to come up. So this time I will let off this. I will release the keel and you'll pull in.
Okay. Ready about, guys. Wait.
Ready? Take another wrap on. Oh, you're okay. You're fine. You might want to.
Adleman.
Pull.
Perfect. Job, Joseph.
Cleat her down, Joseph. Good job.
Good job, Joseph. Got it right out.
Good job. Now when we're racing, we load up the other one ahead of time, getting ready for the next tack. Because sometimes tacks occur unexpectedly. Well, you've got multiple boats racing at the same place at the same time, and sometimes you're crossing each other because you're tacking back and forth. Boats will come right behind you. You step right off of your boat onto it.
You let the main out of here.
And to avoid collisions, you said tack, you know. Yeah. Very exciting.
Okay.
I haven't raced this year yet. Well, I was skiing till May, one weekend I went over to Central Oregon. This last week we were over in Vegas. I could have went Monday night. I almost did. I should have probably went Monday night. I was busy. I was kind of tired. So I kind of let myself off. It would have been a good night for some reason.
Okay, pull it back in.
Yeah. We'll be back in another 10 minutes. Will be time to be thinking about putting the fenders out and stuff. Another 10 minutes. Doesn't take long, does it?
Oh, it's close to 2 hours getting up.
Yeah, and we'll be back in half an hour.
Well, I'm really glad you invited me out here, Grandpa.
I'm glad you came, Joseph. Makes it a little easier too, both of us. We don't have to work quite as hard. So you're going to paint the house this summer? You started chopping wood? What are you chopping? It is. What are you chopping?
Peeling down a tree and trim a bunch of it.
Yeah? Cut limbs?
Cut the limbs.
Using a chainsaw? Splitting. So the posts are in, the new posts are in.
Neighbors taking care of that, so
Yes, but there's ways to set them up the way you can. Yes, you could. On a day like today, probably just go with your main. Easier to control your main than your head sail. Sail it by yourself. There are boats, cat boats, that just have the main sail. It's way forward, it's farther forward than this one is, and it just has one sail. That's a good boat for sailing by yourself. Cat boats. You can, the big ones, they'll have like buttons they push, hydraulic buttons they push to bring in the sails from one side to the other and to let out sails. Yeah, don't they, Henry? They push buttons. It's all hydraulic and but if something breaks, things will get really interesting really quick. That's the trouble, the more complicated they are. That's one of the little boats. That's not the same one, but it's the same kind of boat, 20-foot Santana, that we come out and race them on the nights.
That green one?
That size, yeah. Oh, or is that a Ranger? That might be a Ranger.
Pretty strong boat.
Yeah, that's a 20-footer. That's what we raced. No, that's about 20. Yeah, that's about size what we race on Monday nights. We get 3 people on them. They're really hairy. It's the difference between this is like a Buick and that's like, a sports car. Those things. Big difference. Well, this I'd say is more like a Chevrolet. That other 27-footer we take out is more like a Buick. Peugeot.
A Yugo.
A Peugeot.
you got a buoy.
A Yugo.
A Yugo. Piece of junk, right? Those little Santana 20s, they're old and they're tired. But the holes, I guess, still holding there. we're dumping a lot of the wind. Not having bullets. My job is to bring the boom in and out, whether I think he needs a little more help or not. We heel over too far and let it go out. We're going to have to tack here pretty soon. Good sailing.
Yep.
I think we'd have good winds tonight. The wind is not pushing us, it's pulling us. There's a low pressure on the other side of this sail. It's shaped like an airplane wing. There's a low pressure on this side of this sail. The head sail helps funnel air in between the two, pushing more air between the two.
Well, it goes faster.
And the air on the other side of the mainsail goes faster, being the Venturi effect. You get a lift. So it's pulling us that way, but because we got a big flat board, heavy thing down below us, we can't go sideways, we go forward.
Okay, ready about.
I'll go over here.
Pull this guy in.
There, I'm going to take this side. You go take the other side.
Wait a minute.
All you have to do is throw that off, unclean it, and then hang on to it. And then when it's time, Joseph, pull up like this.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a bit.
Did you see what I did?
No.
Pull up like this to pull it off. And you want to pull it off by just pulling up. But you don't do it till the sail starts. It's apparent the sail's trying to come over to the other side of the boat.
Once it starts to pull up, you like that?
Yeah. When it starts to go over to the other side of the boat, then pull that up. That's a 30 foot. Not in the fairlead.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, pull it.
He's talking to me, I think.
Talk to you. We're flying.
And we are.
We're flying down the river.
Is that the marina right there?
Right, yeah, but we don't go in that entrance, we go in the one next one. That's just there to flush water through the marina. It's not an entrance, it's a water
Here's what I should
intake.
take the ship in first.
That's a good idea. Should we do that? You stay there. Okay, hold a little tension on that line. Oh no, hold it on this line. Just hold it. Oh, okay. Pull the starter cord. Not that one. Go over the top of the motor. Right there. Push the choke in.
Perfect.
Still running?
Yep.
Yeah. So you're in gear. Wrap that around here and somehow lash it up. So if somebody leans against it, they're not going to fall through. You tie it well enough that it's safe in case somebody leans on it. Steerage. I stand up here so I get a good view. He's going to use it. He can pull us over to it when he steps off if he needs to. Uh-oh, am I going to make it? It's close. Then come back, give me a stern line. Piece of cake.
Take it back one.